Every chess trap in 10 minutes. Let's go. Poison pawn. The poison pawn tactic is all about luring your opponent into a trap by presenting a seemingly free pawn that comes with hidden dangers. In this scenario, when black grabs the poison pawn, it can lead to dire consequences, exposing them to a devastating attack. Sacrificing a pawn can create a significant initiative for you, allowing you to dominate the game. Trapped piece. The trapped piece tactic involves maneuvering your opponent into a position where one of their pieces has no legal moves and is effectively out of the game. In this scenario, the trapped piece is unable to defend itself or contribute to the game, leaving your opponent in a difficult position. The key here is to create a situation where their piece is surrounded or restricted by your pieces, making it impossible to move without being captured. Bomb cloud. The bomb cloud is an unconventional yet surprisingly delightful opening that has gained popularity for its whimsical and carefree approach to chess. Often seen as a fun and light-hearted way to engage in the game, the bomb cloud starts with the moves pawn e4 followed by king e2. Yes, you heard that right, moving the king on the very first turn. At first glance, this may seem like a reckless choice, undermining traditional principles of opening theory such as controlling the center or developing pieces. But that's precisely what makes the bomb cloud so appealing. It challenges conventional wisdom and encourages players to embrace a more relaxed mindset. Pause. Alright, listen up. We're on a mission to take down chess thugs and subscribers. They've got 30,000, we have 300. But who cares about numbers, right? Actually, we do. So, smash that subscribe button. Okay, back to the video. Building a battery. Building a battery is a tactical maneuver where you align two or more pieces on the same file or diagonal to exert pressure on a specific square in your opponent's position. Think of it as charging up your pieces to unleash a powerful attack. This tactic is especially effective when you can combine the strengths of rooks, queens, or bishops, creating a potent threat that your opponent struggles to defend against. For example, when your rooks are doubled on the same file, they can collectively attack a single target, making it difficult for your opponent to adequately defend. Stalemate trap. A stalemate trap is a sneaky tactic that forces your opponent into a position where they have no legal moves left, resulting in a draw, despite having a material advantage.
Would you like a draw?
Well, I don't have a fucking choice, do I?
It's an excellent defensive strategy, especially when you're significantly down in material. The goal is to create a situation where your opponent believes they have a straightforward winning path, only to find that their king is left with no escape routes and your pieces don't threaten them.
Ha ha ha, this game is too easy.
For example, if you're down to just a king and a pawn, you might maneuver your pieces in a way that the opposing king cannot move without putting itself in check. This can confuse your opponent, leading them to make a mistake that results in a stalemate rather than a victory. Deflection. Deflection is a tactical maneuver in chess where a player forces an opponent's piece away from a crucial duty or square, thereby allowing for an advantageous position or an attack. This tactic can lead to significant material gain or even a checkmate. Decoy. Decoy is a tactical maneuver in chess that involves luring an enemy piece to a specific square where it can be ambushed and captured. The beauty of the decoy tactic lies in its ability to manipulate your opponent's movements and create opportunities for gaining material or achieving checkmate. By sacrificing a pawn, you can lure the king out into the open, creating a dangerous position for them. Overloading. Overloading is a tactical concept in chess that occurs when a piece is assigned too many responsibilities, leading to its inability to defend all the targets it is meant to protect. Essentially, when one piece is stretched too thin, it becomes vulnerable, and you can capitalize on that weakness. For example, a situation where a pawn is defending two pieces. If your opponent decides to capture the pawn, it can no longer defend the other piece, leaving it exposed and free for capture. This tactic is particularly effective in positions where your opponent's piece is critical to their defense. By targeting the overloaded piece, you can often gain a material advantage or create a more favorable position. Quiet move. A quiet move is a subtle yet powerful tactic where a player makes a move that may not seem aggressive or threatening at first glance but has significant strategic implications. These moves are often overlooked by opponents, allowing players to set up traps, improve their positions, or prepare for a more direct attack without alarming their adversary. For instance, consider a situation where you have an opportunity to move a piece to a square that doesn't appear to threaten anything directly. Your opponent might assume everything is fine, but this quiet move could be setting up for a fork, a discovered attack, or even a checkmate in a few moves. Using quiet moves effectively can lead to surprising victories, as they disrupt your opponent's plans and create opportunities that they didn't see coming.
Ha ha ha, tiny little pawn, what are you going to do with that little gun?
I'm going to kill you.
Ha ha ha, so weak.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, real quickly, I'm looking for some people to coach, one-on-one, and you will have access to all my courses, so if you interested in that, it's all free. Yes, you heard that right, all free. The link is in the description. King Hunt. The King Hunt is an exhilarating tactical maneuver where you actively chase your opponent's king around the board, usually with the goal of delivering checkmate. It often involves sacrificing material to force the king into a vulnerable position, exposing it to checkmate threats. This tactic is not just about attacking, it requires careful planning and execution to avoid falling into traps yourself. Counterattack. The counterattack is a tactical response that turns your opponent's aggression back against them. Instead of merely defending against an attack, you seize the initiative by launching your own offensive, often targeting an unprotected piece or creating a threat that forces your opponent to react. This tactic can completely shift the momentum of a game, allowing you to exploit any weaknesses that arise from your opponent's overzealous play. Interference. Interference is a tactical maneuver that involves placing one of your pieces between an opponent's piece and its target, effectively blocking its line of attack. This clever tactic can disrupt your opponent's plans, forcing them to divert their focus and potentially leading to a material advantage or even a checkmate opportunity.
I'ma whoop your ass.
You'll have to whoop my ass first.
Fine.
A perfect example would be when your opponent's queen is attacking your rook, but you move a pawn in between them. Now, the queen has to either reposition or sacrifice its attack on the rook, giving you the opportunity to seize control of the board. Under promotion. Under promotion is a clever tactic in chess where a player promotes a pawn to a piece other than a queen, typically a knight, bishop, or rook, often to achieve a specific strategic or tactical goal. While most players instinctively promote their pawns to queens for maximum power, under promotion can catch your opponent off guard and create unique advantages that a queen cannot. Zwischenzug. Zwischenzug, also known as an intermediate move, is a clever tactical maneuver in chess that involves playing a surprising move in response to an opponent's threat, instead of making the expected reply. This tactic can shift the momentum of the game, allowing the player to gain a material advantage or improve their position unexpectedly. For instance, imagine you are faced with an impending capture. Instead of immediately responding to the threat, you play a Zwischenzug that creates a new threat of your own, forcing your opponent to deal with that new situation first. This can lead to a favorable exchange or even a tactical victory, as your opponent may overlook the immediate danger you've created. The beauty of the Zwischenzug lies in its ability to disrupt your opponent's plans. By taking the initiative, you not only alleviate the pressure but also seize control of the position, often turning the tables in your favor. This tactic is especially effective in complicated positions where both sides have multiple threats. Xray Attack. Xray Attack is a tactical concept in chess where one piece attacks an opponent's piece indirectly by targeting another piece that stands between them. This tactic leverages the concept of multiple threats and can lead to significant material gain or tactical advantages. Imagine a scenario where you have a rook attacking an opponent's piece, but there's another piece of the opponent's blocking the way. By moving your rook to attack the blocking piece, you simultaneously expose the more valuable piece behind it. Your opponent must then choose whether to defend the blocked piece or move it, often leading to a situation where you can capture the more valuable piece on your next move. Okay, that's the end of this video. Subscribe if you liked it and join the free chess school link in description.